Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you for being here again. And if you're new here, welcome to this corner where we go into a little more details than required. My name is Donatiano. I've been a virtual assistant since 2022. I've been an online business manager since 2024. And I've been a virtual assistant mentor, that is a virtual assistant coach for client acquisition for virtual assistants since 2025, that is last year. So do not forget to watch this video to the end. Do not forget to leave comments. And when it comes to comments, I'm always open to more discussions. If you watch the video to the end and you feel like regarding that topic that I've covered, I've left something out, you have something to add, always leave it in the comments. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments. And do not forget to like this video, because I promise you it's going to be insightful. And any of my other videos, actually, do not forget to like them, and do not forget to subscribe to the channel. I post a video every single week. And so today I'm going to give you one cheat code to be ahead, like to put like one cheat code that will put you ahead of your competitors when you're seeking clients as a freelancer, as a remote worker, especially coming from Africa. I personally come from Kenya, and so sometimes we tend to be approaching clients that are coming from first world countries, are coming from second world countries. So basically the countries are a little bit more advanced, okay, and they tend to like look at us like people who can't really keep up. It's a stereotype, and I understand, okay? So this cheat code is going to put you ahead of most of your competitors, and the cheat code is just one thing and one thing only. Learn how to understand how businesses work, or rather just understand how businesses work, okay? And I'm going to use virtual assistants as an example, because that is something that I've worked with, that is something that I've been doing over the years. Okay, and this applies to any other remote work, any other freelance work. Okay, understand how businesses work. And for you to understand how businesses work, you need to be able to do a lot of research. Okay, be able to just sit down with your phone, sit down with your laptop and your internet, and do a lot of research about a specific business, long enough, or deep research enough to understand exactly how those businesses work, understand what this business is selling, understand how the business owner operates, understand who this business is selling to, where are they getting those clients, okay? What is their marketing strategy? What are they doing? Like, how are they positioning themselves? By understanding how the business works, you're going to understand a lot of things, okay? You're going to understand how to position yourself, okay? Because you'll know exactly where you fit in that specific business, okay? You're going to understand how to pitch your services in terms of solutions to problems that those businesses are facing. Okay, that is something else, that is another benefit of you understanding how that specific businesses work, because I think that is why you also insist on having a niche, because when you have a niche, you have a certain business that you're focused on. Okay, and I always say this, a niche is not meant to confine you into that type of business, but it gives you something to position yourself towards. Okay, something to build your authority around. Okay, so understand how your businesses work. And I'm going to give an example. Let's just say I personally work with online service businesses, mostly coaches. Okay, and so if a coach came to me today, okay, and told me they want to work with me, or maybe if I approached a coach today and told them I want to work with them, depending on the services that I'm pitching to them, because I understand how a coaching business works, depending on the services that I'm pitching to them, I'm going to be able to make them, or rather I'm going to paint a picture for them where I'm actually trustworthy. I take ownership of what I'm doing. I'm actually just working inside their business. And that actually matters. Being able to paint that picture for your client and letting them know this is exactly how this is going to work. Because sometimes clients come to us, especially as virtual assistants, without really knowing and understanding exactly what they were supposed to be doing. Some of them are hiring for the first time. Some of them have had bad experiences with other VAs. Some of them, it's a referral, but they don't really understand exactly. Some of them are struggling with control issues. So by understanding how a business works, you'll be able to let this client know, let this lead or a prospect know exactly how you're going to fit into that business, okay? And even if it comes to lead generation, by understanding how they're selling and who they're selling to, that business selling to, if you're going for lead generation, you can be able to convince this person, this business owner, that since I understand, like, this is exactly how I'm going to be doing this, because you understand what they're selling and you understand how to do that, okay? And if you understand the inside of the business, I'm going to use coaching businesses because I understand how coaches scale their business, how it operates, from the creating content, from the bookings, from the what happens, the client communications, from the communities, okay, every single thing, the sessions, how the sessions operate, like sending the recordings and everything. Since I understand that, I can be able to convince any single coach, I approach, or rather any single coach that comes to me, I can be able to convince them that this is exactly what I'll be doing, okay? And then it's up to them to choose which one they actually want to delegate to me, okay? So please, this is a cheat code. Understand how businesses work, okay? That is the easiest and the fastest way you can be able to, one, get clients, and you can be able to, two, convince them that you can do this job and you do know what you're doing, okay? It also builds a lot of trust, okay? Because sometimes most of the prospects, when you get to the discovery calls where they're not really sure, and just by how you explain it, by how you explain how you fit into their business, they can already picture you, and that makes hiring you very, very easy, okay? So please do a lot of research about the business that you're choosing to work with as a freelancer, as a virtual assistant, and understand exactly how that business works, okay? Understand the marketing, understand the sales, understand the leads, understand the delivery, understand the type of clients, understand what they're selling, understand every single thing. And then just pick and choose where you want to fit with. Is it the leads? Is it the sales? Is it the marketing? Is it the operations? Is it the admin? Is it the community? Just pick and choose what you want to sell, and then you can pitch your services around that. But please, one cheat code, understand how businesses work, okay? That will put you ahead of a lot of competitors, a lot of applicants out there. And I'm hoping that you find that video beneficial. Do not forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video. And if you have any questions, you can always leave them in the comments, and you can also send me an email. So see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.